Hey guys, this is your favorite neighborhood gambler, Moss Money. Thanks for clicking on my video. If you're into gambling, if you're into winning money at gambling, hell, if you love talking Eagles, this is the channel and the videos for you. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and enjoy the shows. All right, minus 9.5. I mean, it's granted. The Detroit Lions look like the best team in the league. Especially in the NFC right here. Line is minus 9.5. Like I said, Detroit Lions money line minus 560. So I was trying to figure a way of how to bet this game, and I think I have this way of how to bet this game. Over looks like it makes a lot of sense, but when you look at and think about how this game is going to play out, Detroit more likely is going to be leading and going to be leading by a lot, or they're always going to be up where Washington's kind of trailing. I'm not sure when we're ever going to see Washington maybe leading in this game. So if they're always playing for behind, what does that mean? That Washington's more likely going to have to throw to keep up. This is what Detroit does. They get out. They either get in shootouts or they get out or they get out fast. Let's look back real quick at some of these stats. So we already know they beat the bullshit out of the Vikings. They were up 9-6 in the first half against San Fran. Shootout. They were up 21-13. Against the Bears, they were up 27-14. Against the Bills, which they lost, they were down 21-7. And then against the Packers, they were up 17-7. This is what I mean. They play from ahead. And all those games I just mentioned, and 4 out of the 5 games I just mentioned, they've been playing from ahead. So other teams have to pass just to keep up. And with that being said, the Commanders don't have much to pass to. Zach Ertz has a rib injury. They got Scary Terry. But then their running backs will be playing, I think, a part in this game. And I also think another sneaky player is the other tight end, backup tight end, Sanu. I believe he is going to be playing in this game. With Ertz having a rib injury, I could see Sanu getting some touches here. He's not in here to bet, but that's something to check out for a live bet. But what I'm looking at is the running backs here for the Washington Commanders. You got Austin Eckler and Robinson. What I'm looking at is actually Robinson, because I think that even though Eckler's their third down back and he's their receiving back, Brian Robinson Jr. is also part of the actual passing game for the Washington Commanders here and there. But when you look back at over 8.5 yards, that's literally for Brian Robinson in a shootout type game to literally get one catch. I understand they're not going to go completely away from the run. I don't think Brian Robinson is going to be off for every third down, maybe later in the third or fourth quarter. But believe me, they're going to get him the ball and they're going to get him catches some way or form to get him involved into the game. He had 4 catches and 22 yards against Tampa, 1 catch and 6 yards against Dallas, 2 catches for 9 yards against Atlanta, 2 catches and 17 yards against the Eagles, and 3 catches against New Orleans for 22 yards. So out of the last 5 games, he's hit this number 4. I absolutely love this bet. This might be my biggest bet of the week. I think this is a gem. I think this is underrated. I think he gets at least 2 to 3 catches and at least 15 or almost 20 yards on a chance he breaks one on like a screen and something where he takes it the distance, and he's been known to do that. And the Detroit Lions have been susceptible to giving up a big play to a running back for a long rush or a long run. When you look back at the Detroit Lions, I'm going to keep giving you numbers here, man, because I think it's really warranted for you guys to check this bet out. Against the Vikings, and a game where they did play their defense, Jones had 5 catches for 30 yards. Akers had 2 catches for 4 yards. That's a combine of 34 yards. Against the Niners, they had their backup running back in, Garando. Garando had 4 catches for 65 yards. Against the Bears, Mr. Swift had 3 catches for 33 yards. Against the Bills, Mr. Cook, 1 catch, 28 yards. Against the Packers, we can keep going. And this is where those injuries kind of catch up with Detroit. right there. That's when it stops. Josh Jacobs didn't have a catch in that game. So, and let's go back to the Bears again. Right before that, Swift had 2 catches for 35 yards. So when you look at the last, I don't want to go too far back, but we could. But when you look at the last 4 games, the last 5 games, 4 of those running backs, whether it be by committee or more or just by the one, the lead running back got over 8.5 yards. So I absolutely love this bet. This will probably be my biggest bet of the week.